maybe all the levels are down.
Maybe prevent unwanted audio.
I think it's already clicked. Yeah.
And then just click the image overlay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
It's usually not supposed to.
No.
Are we sure that the prevent unwanted?
Yeah, it's off.
What do you have here for your microphone?
Oh, that's what it is. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Mirrione Stadium on the campus of Wheaton College for today's NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Contest featuring the visiting Bridgewater State University Bears and your Wheaton College Lions. Wheaton College, the new MAC and the NCAA, promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and the grounds for removal from said competition. Also, consumption and possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Officials for today's contest are Kara Pembert, Joseph Connolly, and Juan Montalban. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the visiting Bears. A sophomore forward from Pepperell, Massachusetts, number 2, Olivia Robarge. A sophomore midfielder from Somerset, Massachusetts, number 4, Abigail Shea. A first-year defender from Braintree, Massachusetts, number 6, Nina DeRusso. A sophomore midfielder from Wilmington, Massachusetts, number 14, Jenna Sweeney. A senior forward from Millbury, Massachusetts, number 18, Audra McDuffie. A senior midfielder from East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, number 19, McKenna Lassard. A senior defender from East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, number 20, Sydney Dewhurst. A sophomore defender from Northeastern, Massachusetts, number 21, Lauren Selmeyer. Junior defender from Plymouth, Massachusetts, number 22, Bailey Brown. A junior forward from Marlborough, Massachusetts, number 26, Mia Chrysofides. In net for the Bears, a sophomore from Bristol, Rhode Island, wearing 00, Logan Levesque. The Bears are coached by Yasmina Cavalho, assisted by Michelle Belcher, Lauren D'Souza, Jenna Boyce, and Renee Trudeau. And now let's meet your Lions. A first-year defender from Goffstown, New Hampshire, number 3, Maya Thomas. A senior defender from Honolulu, Hawaii, number 4, Taylor Matsubara. A sophomore midfielder from Somerset, New Jersey, number 7, Raquel Garces. A first-year midfielder from Tewksbury, Massachusetts, number 9, Gabby Diaz-Archia. A junior midfielder from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 14, Natalie Coughlin. A sophomore defender from Holston, Massachusetts, number 17, Mia Wolfgang. A junior forward from Warwick, Rhode Island, number 23, Lily Brown. A sophomore midfielder from Ellington, Connecticut, number 24, Julia Sternak. A sophomore midfielder from Maynard, Massachusetts, number 25, Allie Roach. A sophomore forward from Oxford, Connecticut, number 30, Kate Wickenheiser. In net for the Lions, a sophomore from Poway, California, wearing number 1, Patricia Pandra. The Lions are co-coached by Lee Moyce and Chloe Rocco, assisted by Ash Hill. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able. Remove your hats for the performing of the national anthem, to be sung by Wheaton College junior Emma Bradshaw.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Then the rockets echo, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Emma Bradshaw.
Thank you.
Today, it's the last non-conference matchup for Wheaton College women's soccer before conference play starts up this Saturday right here at Mirrione Stadium. Welcome into the broadcast, everybody. I'm Jackson Walsh, and thanks for being with us on the Newmax Sports Network. Bridgewater State makes the short trip over to Norton to square up against the Lions, who are coming off a 1-0 loss this past Sunday to Middlebury College. The Bears will play for the first time in almost a week after blanking Suffolk 3-0. Kickoff coming up shortly, but first a look at the starting 11 for both sides. For the visiting Bears, it's number 2, Olivia Robarge. Number 4, Abigail Shea. Number 6, Nina DeRusso. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney. Number 18, Audra McDuffie. Number 19, McKenna Lessard. Number 20, Sydney Dewhurst. Number 21, Lauren Selmeyer. Number 22, Bailey Brown. And number 26, Mia Chrysofides. And in goal for the Bears, it's wearing number 00, Logan Levesque. For the Lions, a similar lineup as we've been putting out. Number 3, Maya Thomas. Number 4, Taylor Matsubara. Number 7, Raquel Garces. Number 14, Natalie Coughlin. Number 17, Mia Wolfgang. Number 21, Gabby Diaz-Archia. Number 23, Lila Brown. Number 24, Julia Sternat. Number 25, Allie Roach. Number 30, Kate Wickenheiser. And in goal is the sophomore wearing number 1, Patricia Bandrup. Wheaton already ready to go on the field for kickoff. They'll start with it. Bridgewater State huddling up in the red away uniforms off to our left. Wheaton in the home whites with the blue numerals. Last time these two teams met was just over 2 years ago on September 9th, 2021. Wheaton came away with a 3-0 win in that game. Lions will start with it, and we're ready to go here from Mirrione Stadium. It's Bridgewater State against Wheaton College. Wheaton working with it on their own end to start. Diaz-Archio sends it back over to the right. That's Matsubara. Matsubara pressured right there. That pressure was coming from Sydney Dewhurst for Bridgewater State. Now the Bears will have possession on their own end, work back towards midfield. Allie Roach there for the Lions. Now Coughlin will keep it herself back across midfield. Through ball upfield. Sternat and Brown in the area, but it'll go all the way into the hands of the keeper, Logan Levesque. Sophomore goalkeeper out of Bristol, Rhode Island. Attended Mount Hope High School. It's a two-town regional high school of Bristol, Rhode Island, and Warren, Rhode Island on the East Bay. Lions in their own offensive end. It's thrown into Roach. Now taken away for the Bears. It's Abigail Shea with it upfield, right in front of our position of McDuffie. And now taking it right back is going to be Diaz-Archia. Diaz-Archia with it. Right foot back off to Matsubara. Nobody home there for Taylor Matsubara on the pass, so change possession over to the Bears on the high side. Ball takes a high bounce off of the throw-in now. Coughlin has it. Coughlin working back middle of the field. Garces. Nearly a pass that had Sternat running down the field, but better defense there from Bailey Brown for Bridgewater as Bridgewater takes the ball back, and now Wheaton will take it right back. Wolfgang has Brown. Brown tightly contested by Lessard. Now Sternat with it. Sternat to Garces. Brown. Pass back right, nobody there, taken away. Robarge trying to send it back across midfield for Bridgewater. Now it's Chrysofides leaving it off near side to DeRusso. DeRusso right in front of the Wheaton bench, pressured by Wolfgang, who will knock it out of bounds. Bridgewater State looking for their first win ever against Wheaton College. Wheaton a perfect 6-0 all time against Bridgewater State coming into today's match. Shea cut off by Wolfgang off right side, and he'll stay on this end with Bridgewater. Deep ball from way outside from Dewhurst. Well off left of the target of the goal, but found a foot of her teammate, and Bridgewater State will keep it on this end now. Another long one sent in by the Bears. That time it was Robarge, and that one misses high right of the goal, and Bandrup will have it by herself in the box. Bandrup playing excellently in this young season coming into this game with an .833 save percentage. Her counterpart, Levesque, with an .800 save percentage. There's Wickenheiser, who's been Wheaton's X factor so far this season. 5 goals as a team for the Lions, 4 of them coming from Kate Wickenheiser, the sophomore. The one that wasn't from Wickenheiser was from Lily Brown in last week's win on Wednesday over Roger Williams, 4-1. Sweeney has it for Bridgewater, now leaves it off to McDuffie. Chris Afidi's pass back right. Dewhurst with the right foot through ball cut off by Wolfgang, and Diaz Archia sends it back to Bandrup. Sternat, nice pass, middle of the field to Roach. Roach with a left foot trying to get it up to Brown. It's deflected, but Brown has a chance, leaves it off, good pass. Wickenheiser, a shot, but it goes wide right of the net. It's a good setup there from Wheaton, working that middle of the field, and it was almost instantaneously into the box on the foot of Kate Wickenheiser. Sternat to Brown to Wickenheiser, but the shot just misses wide right. A good attempt early on in this game, though, as we're just over 5 minutes in. Ball was deflected out of bounds off of Lily Brown. Good job by the Bears defender, number 20, Sydney Dewhurst, the senior out of East Bridgewater. Part of a Bridgewater State roster that features everyone from Massachusetts except the lone man out, Logan Levesque. Diaz Archia, high off the head. Wickenheiser now with a chance, trying to cut back right, and it's cleared out of the box by Sweeney. Wolfgang with the deke back. McDuffie, cross midfield. Give and go just did not work out there with Nina DeRusso. Pass back from DeRusso to McDuffie out of the reach. It's thrown in, deflected off the head of Bailey Brown now. Sent back in the offensive end for the Bears by Dewhurst. Bandrup will take it high left side of the box, and now she'll boot it away right across midfield. Maya Thomas will throw it in on the top of your screen to Wickenheiser. Wickenheiser cut off by Lessard. Chance here for Bridgewater State, and it's going to be cut off by Coughlin. It's a good run by Robarge, but Coughlin sped up from behind on defense to take it away, giving the Lions possession right back. Roach to Brown. Now Brown, little touch pass up to Wickenheiser. Wickenheiser crosses. Top of the box, headed out by Brown. Lions trying to keep it in the area. Garces to Wolfgang. Wolfgang pressured by DeRusso. Coughlin to Wickenheiser now. Roach. Sternat trying to chase it down, but sending it out of harm's way is Bailey Brown. Brown will get to it first. Off the foot of Wolfgang, and now DeRusso finds McDuffie. Nobody there for McDuffie. Coughlin takes it away, pass through the legs of Shea to Roach. Wickenheiser trying to get it to Roach. Pass was deflected by a Bridgewater State defender back out to midfield. Matsubara with it, and now McDuffie will chase it down. McDuffie with a teammate around, gets it to Chrysophides, and a shot on goal from way outside is an easy one-hop grab for Patricia Bandrup. Bandrup, the sophomore goalkeeper out of Poway, California. Part of a Wheaton roster that features some players from all over. Very different from this Bridgewater State roster that has a high Massachusetts concentration. Thomas goes back to Bandrup. Now Bandrup, easy pass off to the left to Diaz-Archia. Matsubara to Coughlin. Right back to Matsubara. Far side, it's Wickenheiser. Kate Wickenheiser works in, across with the right. Like it was intended for Julia Sternat, but Sternat did not have a play on it. So it'll go back to the Bears. Wheaton 1-2-1 overall. They've tied Worcester State, lost to Union, defeated Roger Williams, then lost to Middlebury this past weekend, as I mentioned in the opening. As Roach has it working. Takes a hard shot, a line drive, but just like Bandrup just had, a one-hop easy save this time for the Bridgewater State keeper, Levesque. It's only Bridgewater State's third game of the season. Had their match this Saturday against Salve canceled. Opened up the season on Saturday, September 2nd. Lost to another NUMAC opponent. 2-1 loss to MIT, and then followed it up last Thursday with a 3-0 win on their home turf against Suffolk. Coughlin to Diaz-Archia. Now they'll work it back across the other end of midfield. Matsubara. Matsubara gets it to Wickenheiser. Wickenheiser, far side, deflected out of bounds by the defender, Selmeyer. Thomas tried to work it inside. Coughlin trying to run it down, and Chrysophides takes it away for Bridgewater State, leaves it off to DeRusso. Now it's McDuffie. Matsubara in front of her on defense. Both players collide and hit the ground, but it's going to be a foul call going against McDuffie and Bridgewater State, so it'll leave a free kick for the Lions. Bears will take it on the far side. Looking for somewhere to go with it on the throw-in. Wickenheiser trying to keep it in bounds. Ball does stay in. The first one to it will be Brown. Now taken away by Roach for Wheaton. Allie Roach gets it to Lily Brown. Lily Brown, good left-footed pass. Garces has it, needs to get an angle. Crosses with the left and a save. Diving save made by Logan Levesque off of the left-footed shot from Raquel Garces. Didn't even look like Garces had that great of an angle from here, but coming up big time early on in this one, it's Logan Levesque. Headed away by Coughlin. And now kicked out of bounds by Wolfgang. Be a throw in near side here. Bailey Brown gets it in. Now Wolfgang high into the air. Good touch from Lily Brown now. Goes back to the other side of the field for Wickenheiser. Garces back with it, leaves it off. Thomas, shot. Lily Brown in the area, and it's cleared out by Bridgewater State. Good job by the Bears defense clearing that on the sidelines, not the end line, so no corner here for Wheaton. Still in possession, though. It's Matsubara with no defenders around. Now back to Diaz-Archia. Matsubara with it, the senior out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Ball finds no man's land and goes off the head of Kate Wickenheiser as Bridgewater tried to clear it out. Staying with Wheaton on the far side. Thrown into Roach now. Taken away for the Bears, it's Shea. Crucifidis loses it. Wheaton gets it back. Brown trying to find Sternat. Let's go back to Bridgewater. Dewhurst tried to send it out and went off the knee of Sternat and out of bounds. Under 30 minutes to play now in the first half. Still no score here from Mirrione Stadium. Wheaton has had the better opportunities on offense of breaking the 0-0 tie. They just haven't been able to get past the Bears defense and the keeper, Logan Levesque. Roach in a foot race with Abigail Shea. She'll win it now. Get it back to her defense. It's Matsubara to Coughlin. Gabby Diaz-Archia. Back over to Matsubara. Roach finds Maya Thomas. Now it's Coughlin to Garces. Good ball movement here from the Wheaton offense. Garces tried to go for the home run pass upfield to Sternat, but it was shut down by the defense, in particular Bailey Brown. Another ball upfield, but first one there will be the keeper, Levesque. Diaz-Archia regathers. Cross midfield. Bridgewater leaves a fortunate break for Wheaton there on a pass that trickled out of bounds. Wheaton lost that one, but fortunate for them, it'll stay on this end. Great ball upfield, Wickenheiser. Another run on it, right side of the box. Gathers, trying to cross. Lily Brown tried a prayer of a kick. Somewhat bicycle-esque kick, but did not have the angle for it. Off the head of Wolfgang and out of bounds off the foot of Brown. So yet again, Bridgewater can't clear it out of this end of midfield. Wheaton's been hanging around on this end for a long time now. Now with a chance to get something going, it's Crucifidis. Crucifidis leaving the ball for Shea. But excellent play from Wheaton's defense there, Thomas and Matsubara. Now Shea again, Wolfgang takes it away, sends it back downfield. Lily Brown to Garces. Raquel Garces works right now. Brown takes a shot, but huge divot came up flying from the ground as it misses wide right. We'll have our first substitution of the game. It's for Bridgewater State. Entering the game, number 23, Sydney Souza. The junior forward out of Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Cross midfield now, McDuffie. McDuffie leaves it for Robarge. Robarge into the box, blanketed on defense. A shot and a save by Bandrup. After the great save, Bandrup boots it out of net. Sternat trying to hold on to possession. Diaz-Archia will leave it off for Bandrup, who goes right back to Diaz-Archia. Matsubara tracks it down, gets it to Thomas. Roach takes it back for Wheaton. Roach looking for somebody and finds Bridgewater State Souza, who just entered the game. Lions get it right back. Diaz-Archia trying to get around Chrysofides. Now Bandrup goes back over to Thomas, high side. Roach, bit too big of a touch now. The Bears will take it away. It's Lessard with it over near side to Souza. Another substitution here for Bridgewater. Cheyenne Nelson into the game for the first time. Another product of East Bridgewater, a junior defender. Wolfgang. Sternat, good touch pass to Garces. Garces trying to send it up for Sternat, and it's sent out of bounds by the Bridgewater defense and Dewhurst. Another Bridgewater substitution. Jessica Duran on the field now for the Bears, the first year out of Gardner, Mass. Sternat runs right over the ball. Sweeney with the left foot pass deflected, and it'll be taken away by Thomas, who found Roach, and now it's on the foot of Coughlin. All the way back in goal for Bandrup with 22 minutes to go in the first half. He turned over, Shea. Be a foul call against Wheaton, just on the other side of midfield on Bridgewater State's offensive end. So a free kick now, a deep one in terms of where the goal is at. Dewhurst will take it. Bears will set up. Top left side of the box. They'll go short. Now a shot will be taken. One hop and a save made by Patricia Bandrup. It was a strong shot taken by Lauren Selmeyer, but just could not slip it by Bandrup in goal. Bridgewater State's possession far side. Both sides still trying to break through here. Less than halfway to go in the first half. Sternat has it taken away. Sweeney works around a trio of defenders. Cleared by Diaz-Archia. And a good one, Wickenheiser lofts it up with the left foot. Brown can't track it down. Brown still fighting for it. Now she'll take possession. And it's there for Sweeney for Bridgewater. Headed back in by Wolfgang. Shea with the right, trying to find Duran. Bandrup will clear it out, trying to keep it in as Wolfgang, but it's going to cross the line in front of the Wheaton bench. Wolfgang in the corner, tightly covered by Nelson. It's going to be Wheaton's ball, but first some substitutions. The first one made for the Lions. Number 13, Gina DeBaradinas into the game, and her classmate, the other first year, number 16, McKenna Reynolds. Both on the pitch for the first time this afternoon. Coughlin gets it over to Thomas. 18 and a half to go in the first. Bears take it away. Duran sent high side of the box and cleared out by Diaz-Archia out of bounds. Ball trickles out far side again. This time it'll be Wheaton's. As it's thrown in, Wickenheiser to Sternat. Matsubara will have to clear it out of bounds. Ball couldn't find the box. It was headed out by Diaz-Archia. Now Sternat will get it to Thomas. Thomas. Good ball going the other way, but out of the reach of DeBaradinas and finding the keeper, Levesque. Back across midfield. Wolfgang will keep it away from Nelson, going over to Bandrup. Bandrup with the left. Matsubara gets it to Thomas. Right back to Matsubara. Yet again, it's Bandrup. This time she goes to Diaz-Archia. Diaz-Archia across midfield. Wickenheiser waiting for it with a little bit of room. DeBaradinas. Now for the Bears, it's Nelson. Nelson with the right. Good touch, Sweeney. Hits the ground, and it'll be a foul call on the collision between Sweeney and Thomas, favoring Wheaton. Thomas unable to keep it in bounds on the pass from Sternat. High side, Duran loses it, Wheaton with it. Sternat goes to Diaz-Archia. Diaz-Archia back to Sternat. Sternat evades one defender, but couldn't get the pass off to anybody else as it's cleared by Brown, kept in by Wolfgang. Now Sweeney will take it. Chrysophides now gets it to Shea. Shea trying to get around Natalie Coughlin. Will have to go back to Nelson. Chrysophides goes left now right. Ball goes off of Garces, and Wolfgang with a pass right into a waiting Bailey Brown. Brown still with it. Now Wolfgang gets the angle off in the near side corner, right side. Ultimately ends up finding Bandrup with under 15 to go now in the first half. Wickenheiser keeps it in bounds to Berardinis. One-on-one with Dewhurst, and Dewhurst will just tap it out of bounds on the far side. Will stay with Wheaton, thrown into Sternat. Julia Sternat. Into the box, Sternat. To Berardinis, a shot and a diving save made by Logan Levesque. The second time we've seen her do that today. De Berardinis was beautifully set up by Julia Sternat that time. But another great save from the sophomore keeper Levesque. Foot race between Diaz Archia and Duran. It's taken by Duran. Pass just behind Chrysophides. Bridgewater still with it though. Nelson rears up and had a good shape on it, but just too tall as it flies over the crossbar. Two substitutions here for the Bears. It's number 7, Stephanie Spear, and number 9, Alexis Vanderzide entering the game.
Entering the line for the Bears.
Senior Spear out of Blackstone. Vanderzide, the junior, out of Middleborough.
Vanderzide.
Thomas over to Matsubara. Matsubara will just send it back to Bandrup. Near side here for the Bears, it's Dewhurst. Coughlin leaves it off. Sternat could not get around Vanderzide, and now speeding the other way is Maya Thomas. Thomas, right side of the box, trying to get around the defender. Garces trying to hold on to it. Now the Bears take it away. The foul's going to be called against Wheaton with 11:50 to go in the first half. In her 10th year on the sideline for Bridgewater State, its head coach, Yasmina Carvalho. On the other end for Wheaton, we have co-head coaches. In his 4th year, Lee Moyce, and in her 3rd year, Chloe Rocco. Thomas with it on the far side is everybody's phone blowing up here in the press box with tornado warnings left and right here in Norton. And a chance for Bridgewater State. Cleared out by Wolfgang. Trying to send it across midfield. Wickenheiser sends it high in the air. Sternat to Baradinas. Baradinas goes right, takes a shot, and it just goes high of the crossbar. He's sent downfield by Dewhurst. Working with it, Vanderzide now. Sending it across midfield was Vanderzide, but nobody there for Bridgewater State on the attack. Bandrup will get it to Coughlin with under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Wolfgang trying to track it down at midfield. It goes out of bounds. We're going to say it's off of Wolfgang. It's another substitution here for Bridgewater. Entering the game, number 10, Skylar Conrad. Sophomore forward out of Walpole. A part of a plethora of Bridgewater State substitutions here in the first half, but both sides playing each other pretty even in this 0-0 draw with 8:40 to go before the break. Diaz-Archia gets it to Wolfgang. Wolfgang evades one defender but can't get the through ball for Reynolds. Bandrup sends it back across midfield with a couple of Bridgewater State attackers closing in. Coughlin gets it to Wickenheiser. Wickenheiser with some room, winds up with the right, diving, and that's into the back of the net. That's a goal for Kate Wickenheiser. Levesque had it for a second. It was just too much power behind the right foot of Kate Wickenheiser to Levesque to get a firm grab on that one, and goes off the hamburger helpers and then just squeaks by over the line, and Wheaton has a 1-0 lead. .805 to go in the first half, and Wheaton breaks the scoreless tie. And who else but Kate Wickenheiser? Her 5th goal of the season. The sophomore out of Oxford, Connecticut, has 4 of 5 goals.
That's goal number 5 on the season for Wickenheiser.
Excuse me, that Wickenheiser is 5 of 6 goals for Wheaton College here in the young season. Just some unreal play here from Kate Wickenheiser. Bandrup over to Diaz-Archia. Sternat to Thomas. Now Dewhurst with a big right foot downfield, but out of reach of any of her teammates, into the hands of Bandrup. Selmeyer throws it in far side, but first substitution. Natalie Matos enters the game for Bridgewater State.
Natalie Matos.
Freshman out of Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Matos attended Greater New Bedford Regional Vocational Technical School alongside her teammate Sydney Souza. Bears with a chance, left-footed shot right into the chest of Bandrup, who held her ground and made a great save. Ball goes back off the end line. So it'll be a corner here for Bridgewater State. It'll be taken by number 7, Stephanie Spear. Spear will send it in with the right foot. Corner from the near side. High arcing kick going away from the net. Sent out of the box by Reynolds to Berardinis. Gets it back to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to cut through 2 defenders and does with ease. Reynolds across midfield up to Wickenheiser. Kate Wickenheiser sends it in the box to Berardinis in the area, but just too tall as it'll be taken by Levesque with under 5 to go in the first half. Booted out by Levesque. Coughlin with the back heel. Coughlin still with it. Now Matsubara will give it back off to Bandrup. Diaz Archia back to Bandrup. A little bit of pressure on defense applied by Skylar Conrad. Garces cut off, taken away on D by Chrysofides. Now Wickenheiser works right back with it. Garces can't get it through. Knocked down by Shea, taken right back by Sternat. Thomas with the right line drive. Good ball in the area for Reynolds, but Levesque beats Reynolds to it. Vanderzide. Two and a half to go. Bridgewater trying to find the equalizer going into halftime here, trailing by 1. And that ball rolls out of bounds just before Spear could make her way to it. And right now going on, the players are going to be taken off of the field with 2:09 left. And the field is going to be cleared, and everybody is going to shelter in place right now with the tornado warnings in the area. So with 2:09 to go in the first half, the bleachers will be cleared, the field will be cleared. Both teams will go back inside to the locker rooms, and we'll keep you updated when play might start back up. So with 2:09 to go, we're going in to a break because of a tornado warning here in Norton, with Wheaton leading Bridgewater State 1-0. So keep posted on the line, social media sites, Instagram and Twitter, of a possible start time for the last 2 minutes and then the start of the second half here from Mirrione Stadium. But right now we're going into a break because of tornado warnings in the area here in Norton. 1-0 Wheaton. Hopefully we'll be back with you soon on the New Max Sports Network. Almost ready to start play back up here at Mirrione Stadium after the delay due to the tornado warnings in the area. When we get going, it's going to be 2:09 to go in the first half, and there's not going to be a traditional halftime, and things might not be looking great right now as there's lightning moving into the area. .209 to go in the first half. Wheaton leading 1-0 over Bridgewater. Not going to be a traditional halftime. We're going to play the 2 minutes and then switch sides. We just used that break for the tornado warning as a type of halftime. So it'll be a throw-in on the right side to start as Tori Salio will take the field here. Substitution right as play starts back up. It'll start off on Bridgewater's end with a Wheaton throw-in, but doesn't work out in Wheaton's favor. It'll stay here with Bridgewater. Thankfully, no horrific weather rolled through the area during that delay we just had. In the event of another delay, Wheaton and Bridgewater would have to play a full 70 minutes for the game to count as a whole. Coming up on the 45-minute mark now. Once it hits 70 minutes, it is counted as a complete game. If anything else occurs and the game would need to stop, 70 would mean full game time, ready to go, but anything under that will not be a complete game and could send us into another delay.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Under 1 minute to go in the half before these two teams will just switch sides and keep playing. Reynolds trying to get around the defender. Brown cuts off. Reynolds clears it back out. Wolfgang gets it in the near side corner now, and she's fended off on defense by Cheyenne Nelson. Now on the near side, it's number 7, Stephanie Spear. Cut off by Coughlin. Now with some room to run, it's Spear yet again. Spear met in the middle by Salio. Now Coughlin will get it back to Thomas with 20 seconds to go in the half. Bandrup with it, top of the box. Goes right down Main Street with a pass to Coughlin.
10, 9,
Coughlin, time running down. 5 seconds. Wickenheiser loses it. Wickenheiser just going to try to throw it on net, but not going to get the angle, and that'll be quote-unquote halftime. The sides will just flip here.
Another Wheaton College action. It was Wheaton College women's tennis 9.
So we'll take a very, very quick break here on the broadcast while the teams flip sides, and there's 1 minute on the clock before we'll start back up in the second half here at Mirrione Stadium with Wheaton leading Bridgewater State 1-0. Now we're about ready to get going with the second half here at Mirrione after that very, very short break at the end of the first. Bridgewater State trailing Wheaton 1-0 from a Kate Wickenheiser goal in the later stages of the first half, right before the delay. Wheaton working left to right now. Bridgewater State working right to left after the side change. Thrown in on the near side for the Bears. Allison Kramer in the game for Wheaton. She'll keep it in bounds, wearing number 32 now. Also in the game for Wheaton with a touch there, number 5, Arden Ulmer. Kramer keeps it in off the foot of Sternat, and now it's taken by Selmeyer. Kramer yet again keeps it in. Sternat working left now, finds Coughlin. Natalie Coughlin almost had Brown upfield for what would have been a great ball. Dewhurst cut it off. Sweeney pass up right to Robarge, and we'll have a whistle at midfield. It'll stay with Bridgewater State just on their side of midfield. On the near side, Robarge. Is it knocked out of bounds by Kramer? Ball crosses the end line, so it'll be a corner kick here for Bridgewater State, and jogging in to take it is number 21, Lauren Selmeyer. Number 21, Selmeyer will take the corner with the left foot. Selmeyer with a left foot going away from the net and cleared out by Garces. Brown in a foot race with Lessard, and they'll collide and hit the ground, and the foul's going to be called against Lily Brown. So now a free kick for Bridgewater State. Dewhurst will take it. Dewhurst goes close, has Selmeyer. Selmeyer works back, middle of the field. Gets around Coughlin. The right foot way out there into the corner. Now across to the middle, but in the hands of Bandrup. Bandrup away to Brown. Brown gets it back to Wolfgang, far side. Wolfgang comes back to the middle. Salio there. Tori Salio, the senior captain out of West Hills, California, will turn it over. Robarge. Good play by Gabby Diaz-Archia there. Clears it out and sends it off of Robarge. So it'll be a goal kick for the Lions here. Good play on defense from the first year, Diaz-Archia stepping up on defense. Now Diaz-Archia back with it. Goes right out in front to Coughlin. Coughlin takes it herself for a little, gets around Sweeney now. Leaves it off left side for Wolfgang. Wolfgang back across midfield, has Lily Brown. Brown makes a good move on the ball, now has some room to run. Sternat off to her right. It was knocked away by Dewhurst. Sternat will leave it off for Ulmer. Ulmer with a high lofting ball in. And stepping up to take it away is Levesque before Thomas could track it down. Coughlin, another ball for Brown, and good job sealing off Brown on defense there by Lessard. Headed out by Coughlin, and it crosses the sideline on the far side with 40 minutes to go in regulation. Throw-in goes right to Thomas for the Lions, but goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Bridgewater State, so throw in there for the Lions. Wolfgang gets it back from Garces. Kramer, good job with the right foot downfield, headed back in the zone by Selmeyer. Now Sweeney with it. Sweeney can't get around the defense, but it's going to be a foul on Wheaton. Another free kick here for the Bears. Dewhurst with the right again. Line drive slicing to the right. And there was a chance there. It was a great ball into the box from Dewhurst, but Sweeney couldn't make anything out of it. Salia goes back to Bandrup. Now Bandrup finds Diaz-Archia. Diaz-Archia works it far upfield. Wolfgang in the area. Wolfgang tried to send it up to Thomas, but it was knocked down. Just going to stay with Wheaton at midfield. Wolfgang quickly throws it into Brown. Brown trying to get around Dewhurst. Arden Ulmer with it. Wolfgang, Garces. Good job using the body there. Garces with some room to run. To Sternat, top right side of the box. Sternat gathers the touch, the shot, but it goes wide right of the net. McDuffie. Can't find a teammate in the area. Diaz-Archia goes back to Bandrup, right back to Diaz-Archia. The work back and forth with each other. Salio gets it to Bandrup. Selmeyer working back right. On the other end of the field now. Ball upfield for Brown, too far out of the reach. Dewhurst with it. Shea takes it, trying to work around Sternat, and we'll have a foul called against Shea, so Sternat wins that battle. Somebody has to take the free kick, and it'll be Kramer. Coughlin works back onto the other end of midfield and kicks it back across. Sternat makes a good move. Sternat now leaves it off. Garces was in the area, so was Thomas, but it's cleared out by the Bears. McDuffie leaves it off high side. Wolfgang first one to it for Wheaton. Throw in far side for Wolfgang. Take her time now, tries to get it to Brown. Brown ultimately ends up getting it. Bridgewater State foul called as McDuffie was trailing Brown, working back towards the middle of the field. Solio with the right, good touch from Sternat. Ulmer tracks it down. Nobody there, middle of the field. Brown trying to battle for it. It's taken away by Dewhurst. Now back across midfield, and looked like McDuffie might have got a piece of that with her hands, and that's going to be the call. So a free kick right at midfield, and Solio will take it. Solio works back to Diaz-Archia. Solio back with it. Right foot, nobody there. Taken away by McDuffie. And out of the reach. Run along the near sidelines, unable to get to it, was Olivia Robarge. Be a throw in for Sternat. Kramer into Thomas. Left back for Wolfgang. Wolfgang, big right foot save from the keeper, Levesque. Good ball out of goal there from Levesque, but Wheaton will take it back away. Thomas working far side. Now cuts back middle, right foot, Sternat in the area. Sternat right side of the box. Cuts back upside of the field. It's cleared out, Sternat still with it. Sternat left footed touch, Ulmer with it. Goes right back to Sternat. Wheaton looking for an open angle on goal. Kramer gets it to Garces. Now the Bears will take it back. Chrysofides had it momentarily. Now it's DeRusso. Abigail Shea looking for Robarge. Sent back into the Wheaton zone. Sternat. Two substitutions here for Bridgewater. Re-entering the game are number 7, Stephanie Spear, alongside number 23, Sydney Souza.
Number 7, Stephanie Spear. Number 23, Sydney Souza.
Throw in near side here for Selmeyer. Saleo keeps it in bounds on the sideline. Bandrup right back to Saleo. Ulmer taken down from behind, and a late whistle comes in on the obvious foul call. Sternat, great move, works downfield, has Brown. Brown touches off to Ulmer, and it's cleared out by Sweeney. On the foot of Diaz Archia, left side. Now it's Wolfgang. Wolfgang to Garces. Garces back to Wolfgang. Thomas, far side, crosses in. Brown with it. Sternat off to the right, open. Couldn't get it to Sternat, and the Bears will clear it out of the box with some room to run now. It's Olivia Robarge. Robarge met by Coughlin, and Coughlin shuts that attempt right down. Garces, good ball. Brown on net, the shot, and the score! Lily Brown has her second of the year, and the Lions are up on top, 2-0 over the Bears. Lily Brown, the junior out of Warwick, Rhode Island, has her second goal of the season. And Wheaton gets a little more comfortable. They lead Bridgewater 2-0 with 31:30 to go in regulation.
Wheaton College goal scored by number 23, Lily Brown.
Bridgewater tacks right back, though. It's cleared out by Diaz Archia. Now Sternat will send it back across midfield. Brown with another chance on it. But there to meet her on defense this time was Dewhurst. Dewhurst will work back across midfield. McDuffie trying to get it to Robarge, but Robarge loses it out of bounds. Wheaton with 7 goals collectively as a team this season. And all 7 of those are coming from 2 different players. Kate Wickenheiser with 5, Lily Brown with 2. Providing a bulk of that offense, and right after Lily Brown scores, and just with a couple more minutes to go until we hit that 70-minute mark, we are now going into a lightning delay with 30 minutes, 30 seconds to go in regulation. Just had to get to that 70-minute mark. Just had a little bit of the way to go till that 70-minute mark, which would have made it a full game, but
This time, a lightning delay.
we are now in a lightning delay after a tornado watch delay.
All game personnel.
So, yet again, like I said earlier, check Wheaton Lions on social media, Instagram and Twitter for any updates
Are all asked to evacuate the
on
field.
when we possibly might be starting this game back up. If we do,
Is deemed.
not sure if it would be here due to darkness, no lights. We might have to move over to the turf
Thank you.
at Nordin Field right behind us, but we'll keep you updated. So for now, it's 2-0 Wheaton with 30 minutes to play here between the Lions and Bridgewater State on the Newmax Sports Network.
something different. So it's up here.
Okay.
I'll leave this unlocked.
Okay. Go ahead and lock it, just because if we leave it overnight or for some
Okay.
reason we'll come back out and get it. God forbid somebody would come up and move around and grab
Yep,
that.
we're good. And then the right panel, like the right side, is like stuck where you can't push it in. Like so you know how you can like put the wood over it to like shut it. The right one is stuck. We just tried to move it.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test. Test 1 2. Test. Test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test. 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 Test 1 2. Back up and running here, just at a different spot on campus. Going to finish the rest of this game here on the turf because we needed lights due to darkness at Mirrione Stadium. So now we're here at Nordin Field, for the final half hour of regulation of this game, of Wheaton leading Bridgewater State 2-0, and the rain is now starting to come down here in Norton. Bridgewater trying to cut the Wheaton deficit, their own deficit in half. 2 goals in this game coming from Kate Wickenheiser and Lily Brown for the Lions. Wickenheiser in the first half, Brown early on in the second half, giving Wheaton that 2-0 lead. So after the lightning delay, we've completely moved sights here as Wheaton with another chance. Brown, right-footed shot and laying out to make that save is Levesque. Back across midfield it goes. Coughlin with it across the blue line at midfield. Coughlin, a little bit of room to run. Nobody picking her up early. Good ball up ahead for Brown, but it was too far for Brown, and they're going to get the offsides call. Working back to the near side now. There's Shea. Shea boots it back towards midfield. Taken by Mia Wolfgang. Wolfgang has been stellar on defense for the Lions so far this year. The sophomore out of Holliston, Mass. Wickenheiser goes back to Kramer. Now it's Sternat. Sternat trying to leave the ball upfield for Brown, but Brown's angle was cut off on defense by number 20, Sydney Dewhurst, and it'll go back in goal to the keeper, Levesque. Under 25 to play in regulation now. That Wheaton 2-0 lead still holding strong, as Bridgewater State is ready to make 5 substitutions here at the next stoppage. Cleared out by the Bears defense. Coughlin leaves it off for Wolfgang. Wolfgang with the right foot upfield, cleared out on D for the Bears by Dewhurst. Working near side now, Salio finds Sternat. Sternat goes right back to Salio. Far ball upfield from Salio over the head of Brown, and an offsides call comes in from the referee on the near side. Big right foot downfield from Dewhurst. Sweeney trying to get the angle. Collision and a foul, and it's going to be called against Sweeney and Bridgewater State, so possession going back the other way here for Wheaton. Salio, now midfield, Ulmer. Ulmer, good touch pass. Sternat takes it. Sternat directs traffic. Garces, good ball. Ulmer with some room to run. Ulmer, a lot of room in front of her, gathers, and kick goes right in to the knee of number 19 and out of bounds of Lessard. Throw in here, Kramer trying to find Ulmer. Ulmer goes to the ground and cleared out of bounds off the left foot of Selmeyer. Now Kramer with another throw in from virtually the same spot. She'll find Brown. Brown trying to work left. Dewhurst working to take it away on defense. Now Spear. Good ball off for number 18, McDuffie, the leading goal scorer on this Bridgewater State team, coming in with 2 goals to today's game. Robarge. Can't get it. Now it's Ulmer. Ulmer for Sternat. Near side, Sternat hits the ground. Very slick surface now with this rain coming down on the turf. Brown just blanketing Lessard, and now Lessard has it. Garces to Thomas. Now it's Wolfgang, far side. Wolfgang. Good move to cut it back left and pass in the middle for Garces. Garces almost got it through to Sternat, but a great defensive play to send it out by Selmeyer. Now it's Spear trying to go back to McDuffie. McDuffie with a left footer roller. Stopping it was Bandrup, unable to secure it. The crisis averted, though, as Wolfgang comes in on defense to take it away. Well, that ball was trickling down off the right side. Brown gets it to Ulmer. Ulmer turns it over. Sent back by Selmeyer. Diaz Archia with the touch, and she'll keep it herself back across the midfield where she'll get it to Garces. Coughlin takes it back for the Lions. Now finds Ulmer right side. 20 to go in regulation. Here's Sternat. Sternat into the box. A good shot on net. It's tipped, and that's in the goal. Julia Sternat from way outside. Wheaton lead to 3-0. Lily Brown was also in the area and I think got a foot on that, but I think it might have been across the goal line by the time Lily Brown got to it. A beautiful ball on goal from Julia Sternat, just off to the right side of the box. And now the Wheaton lead stands at 3-0 with 20 minutes to play. Brown off to Ulmer. Now Ulmer over to Thomas. Thomas works back to Wolfgang, far side. It's the first goal of the year from Julia Sternat. And first goal from anybody not named Kate Wickenheiser or Lily Brown for this whole Wheaton team this season. Will be sent out of bounds by Garces as she clears it out, and 4 substitutions for Wheaton getting ready to enter this game. Bridgewater State with a lot of work to do in a little time. Now trailing by 3. Good job on defense by Kramer to poke that one away from Selmeyer. Coughlin. A good chunk of open field. Pass goes behind Ulmer. Ulmer's going to try to track it down near side. Now it's Sternat again. a similar spot where she just put it in the back of the net. Crossed by Ulmer. In the box and nobody there. It's cleared out by McDuffie. Four substitutions into the game for Wheaton. DeBaradinis, Reynolds, Roach, and Francesca Freeman all into the game. And we're going to have a goalie substitution as well. Running onto the field for the first time in her Wheaton career, wearing 00, is Leo Julian, a first-year goalkeeper out of Seacock, just down the road here from Norton. And Patricia Bandrup will get her first taste of the sideline so far this season. She put together an excellent game this afternoon, and she's been doing a phenomenal job so far this season. Freeman to Sternat. Now Roach has it middle of the field. Near side, Selmeyer sends it out of bounds off of the body of Sternat. Under 17 minutes to play. Bears still trailing by 3. 3 goals coming from Kate Wickenheiser. That was the only one in the first half. And then since the second half began, it's been Lily Brown and Julia Sternat. We've had 1 goal during each little batch of play we had. It was Wickenheiser, then we had the tornado watch delay, went into that, came back from that delay. Lily Brown scored, then went into a lightning delay. Now picked up play back up on the turf after the lightning delay, and then Julia Sternat was the one to score. So those breaks showing you Wheaton has not been phased at all by sitting down, cooling off, letting the adrenaline run out a little bit. They've been ready to go after each of those breaks and earn themselves a 3-0 lead in the late stage of this one. Sent way downfield by Dewhurst. They head around far side. Roach to Garces. Near side as the rain really starts to pick up now. It's Freeman. Natalie Coughlin works right. Gets around one defender. Now cuts back middle of the field to the left. It's being trailed by Lessard. Now the near side sideline. Sternat tried to rear up and sent that one in. It was knocked down by Selmeyer, who was standing right in front of Sternat on that kick. Now Freeman with a chance. Freeman going to draw the foul. Good job dribbling around the defenders there from Francesca Freeman, the sophomore out of Portland, Maine. Saleo, good ball in, a chance. Reynolds around there and just met up with the keeper, Levesque. Levesque won that 50-50 ball. It was misplayed on defense, but still a great ball to potentially set up a teammate there from Saleo. Was a rocket of a pass up into the box off to the right. All the way back to the keeper, Julian, getting her first taste of collegiate action right now. After Patricia Bandrup heads to the sidelines, and she'll scoop that one up. Believe that's going to go as a shot and a save there for Julian. If it is marked as that, that's the first collegiate save. Or Leo Julian in goal for the Lions. Freeman to Coughlin. To Berardinis out of reach. Reynolds with it, though. Selmeyer will take it away and clear it out into the Wheaton bench with the left foot. Freeman will have the throw in near side, gets it into Reynolds. Reynolds cuts back, works on the sidelines, and is better to say it's off of Reynolds. So good defensive play there from Selmeyer to force that one out, as Bridgewater State will make some substitutions here. All going onto the field right now is Rebecca Russo, Olivia Robarge, Sydney Sweeney, and Abigail Shea. All four of them all jogging onto the field here with 12:45 to go in the match. Trying to hold on to it, has it sent out of bounds by Selmeyer. Will keep it on this end with Wheaton. You throw in for Freeman. Freeman gets it into DeBaradinas. Sternat works back. Now it's taken away on defense. Lessard has it, gets it upfield. A run here for Robarge. Robarge. Julian with the big save coming on to meet Robarge. Big time 50-50 ball and a big time play made by the keeper, Leo Julian, in goal for the Lions. Looks like we're going to have a clock stoppage. Referee's going to go over and talk to Tori Salio. Now play's going to start back up with 11:40. Not sure what that conversation was about. But play starts back up, 11:30 to go, and Leo Julian just made the save of the night for either side. Coming up big on the 50-50 ball, one-on-one with number 2, Olivia Robarge, and Leo Julian's going to scoop that one up again. She'll send it away. Big right-footed kick across midfield. Reynolds is going to try to chase down Bailey Brown for possession, and that's going to go out of bounds. I believe it's going to go to the Lions on the far side of the field with 10:50 to go. Both teams will be opening up conference play this weekend, bearing they get those games in on Saturday due to the impending hurricane and just poor weather for this region. DeBaradinas at it right side of the box, and good defensive play made by Dewhurst to take it away. Dewhurst, good pass, midfield, it's McDuffie. McDuffie touch off to Robarge, and nothing happening there for Bridgewater State. Coughlin reaches out, extends it over to Garces, and now Garces goes to Diaz Archia. Archia finds Coughlin across midfield. Coughlin going to leave it off to Reynolds to make a run on it, but out of the reach. The keeper, Levesque, will come on to take it away. Rain really starting to come down now here at Nordin Field. Just keeps picking up as this wacky week of weather continues. A lot of rain in the area throughout this whole week. Wheaton's game was in a lightning and rain delay for a while on Sunday against Middlebury. Then we had 2 delays during this game, and both teams have a chance of getting rained out or just weathered out overall on Saturday as they open up conference play. If they do get those games in, Wheaton will be hosting Babson. Bridgewater State will be going on the road to Worcester State for a MASCAC matchup. We have a free kick here after the foul. It's Garces with the right foot on goal, but it's right into the hands of Levesque waiting. To Baradinas and Reynolds trying to break through that Bridgewater defense, unable to. Freeman steps up. Fran Freeman working for possession, and foul is going to be called against Wheaton with 8.5 to go. Good ball downfield. A chance for McDuffie. McDuffie with Julian, and Julian yet again plays her cards right to make the stop. Bailey Brown to McDuffie. Diaz Archia takes it away. Salio sends it back down across midfield. Now it's sent back on the other end of the line by Lessard. Allie Roach steps up to take it. She'll get it off to Garces. Good pass to Baradinas, to Roach. Now it's Reynolds, left side of the box. She's going to slow her momentum, go back to Roach. It's cleared out of the box, tracked down by Reynolds, and Reynolds let it go out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Lions. Far end of the field. Cleared out with the right foot by Sweeney. McDuffie trying to get something going momentum-wise downfield. The Wheaton defense just too strong in midfield between Coughlin and Diaz Archia. It's pouring now here at Nordin Field. Don't know how well you can see it on your camera, but it is really, really coming down. Bears with a chance. Far side, McDuffie with it. A shot. Julian lays out to make the save. The rebound, and another save made by Julian. Sweeney tried to send in the rebound, but they just cannot get it by Leo Julian. Back-to-back big-time saves by the first-year keeper, Leo Julian. Rain just peltering our box up here at Nordin Field. You can see a lot of faces on both sidelines just want this last 5 minutes and change to dwindle out as this game, barring a miracle here from Bridgewater State, is virtually over with Wheaton leading 3-0. Headed by DeBaradinas. Reynolds with it now. She's just outside the box. Right-footed shot goes just over the top of the net. That came from Raquel Garces. A little curler in there, but too tall. Sent back over the midline by Freeman. Now Coughlin will send it back over to Freeman. Freeman all the way back into the box to Julian. Coughlin, good ball. Sternat had a chance to make a run on it, but she'll be called offsides. Offsides call with 4.5 to go. Free kick downfield from Dewhurst on the far side. Flag flies up, signaling that was off of Bridgewater State, so it'll be a throw-in for Wheaton on the far side. Dewhurst takes it back. Now it's Freeman. Freeman gets it back on the touch from Sternat. Now Sternat can't get the footing. That's going to sail out of bounds off the head of McDuffie out next to the Bridgewater State bench. DeBaradinis working for possession. A big collision. DeBaradinis on the ground. It's going to go off of her foot. So now Bridgewater State trying to work quickly back down the other way. They'll throw it in. McDuffie gets it to Chrysofides. Diaz Archia meets McDuffie, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick here for Leo Julian with 2:25 remaining. Wheaton will improve to 2-2-1 on the season. Bridgewater State will fall to 1-2. But the games that really matter are going to be the ones starting up this weekend, the conference ones. Every game's important, but those conference games just mean a little bit much more, especially when Wheaton will be hosting their NUMAC rivals, Babson College, on their home field to open up conference play Saturday afternoon. Sternat near side. Coughlin. Coughlin works back middle. Pass off left. The shot comes in and a save made by Levesque. Reaching out to her right, a big time save on the shot from Mia Wolfgang. Ball left up for McDuffie by Robarge. McDuffie slides. Fran Freeman also hits the deck. Freeman wins that 50-50 ball. Chance here for Bridgewater State. A shot, and Julian there to make the save on the shot attempt from Mia Chrysofides. Reynolds, breakaway with the keeper to make it 4-0. Reynolds with a shot and a scary on top. McKenna Reynolds, the first year, has her first collegiate goal and puts Wheaton on top 4-0 with 26 seconds to go here over Bridgewater State. We'll play out the final 25 seconds here, and that was a nice touch for Reynolds to break open her collegiate scoring. As Bridgewater State with a chance here, but that shot from Robarge soars far right. And it looks like this is how the clock is going to run out, with Alan Wickstrom just screaming the final countdown here. Didn't have a PA system, but it works out. 2 different locations, but 1 win for the Wheaton College Lions. They take down Bridgewater State 4-0. And goals from 4 different players. Kate Wickenheiser, Lily Brown, Julia Sternat. And then the first year, McKenna Reynolds, with just about 30 seconds to go to put this one away. Lions win at home for the second time in 3 games, this time 4-0 over Bridgewater State. They'll host Babson on Saturday. Bridgewater will travel to Worcester State to open up MASCAC play. Final yet again, Lions 4, Bears 0. Thanks for being with us tonight on the NUMAC Sports Network through all those delays. Really appreciate you holding on. Yep, thanks again for being with us through all those interviews and stuff. And big thanks to all our support staff here at Wheaton. That was a big process of setting up a game at one spot, then completely having to moving it to a different location on campus through all that weather. So big shout out Alan Wickstrom, Kalen Smith, Patrick Santarella leading the charge here at Wheaton for a 4-0 win. Women's soccer improves to 2-2-1. As always, thanks for tuning into the Newmax Sports Network and have a great night. I'm Jackson Walsh.